Hey, happy Sunday, beautiful people. What's going on? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Happy Sunday to you all of you beautiful, magnificent people. Peace and love. Give me 1 second. We are pulling up some stuff. We are getting it together. Another weekly Sunday light here, another ministry. I'm gonna talk about some things. I'm gonna share some wisdom with you guys. I got some stuff to talk about. We are experiencing life in full effect, and we got some stuff that we could chat about as we navigate and experience our life, peace and love. We are opening up a document here, and right here, boom, bap, boom, boom, boom. Peace and love. Happy Sunday, last Sunday of the month, April 27th, 2025. Happy Sunday, happy last Sunday of the month. Hope that you all are feeling well. Hope that you all are feeling strong and safe and protected and loved and confident and courageous. All of the good things. I hope that you are all feeling all of it, all of the goodness that life brings with it, because life does bring goodness with it. Life is not all struggle. Life is not all challenge. Life is not all pain. Life is not all grief. There is a lot of grief in life. Yes, there is, but it is not all grief. It is not all bad. It is not all bad. Somebody said in the song, it ain't no good, but it ain't no bad. And when you really think about it, when you really, really think about it, it's kind of all good ultimately, right? It all works out. It all makes sense. It all adds up. We're gonna get rid of this tummy. We're gonna get rid of this tummy in these next few weeks. Right? We're gonna get rid of this tummy, man, and we ain't never gonna let it come back. Right? We're gonna send this tummy on vacation permanently. We're gonna get out. Get out. Right? That's how we're gonna treat this. We are going to burn some sage. Welcome to those tuning in. Mona Love, happy soulful Sunday, my love. Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna burn some sage if we can. We got a torch that don't work. Right, we got another one over here. No, it's not over here. I don't know where it's at. We got a lighter here. We're gonna see if the lighter could get our sage lit. Get some good energy flowing. All right, open up the window. Get some good energy. We all could use it. We all could use some cleansing and some purification. All right, burn the sage, clear out the space. All right, remove the negativity, remove any blocks, remove any low vibrations, thoughts, feelings. All right. And we just breathe it in. We just breathe in peace, and we breathe in courage, and we breathe in strength, and we breathe out doubt, and we breathe out jealousy, and we breathe out envy. And we breathe out negative self-talk. Then we like some Palo Santo. Smooth it all out, call in some abundance, call in healing, call in connection, deeper connection with self, family, and community, whether that's your work community, your school community, the people you live around, right? We want to call in prosperity for ourselves and for others. We want to call in peace, and we want to call in abundance, and we want to call in good fortune, and we want to call in good health, and we want to call in opportunities for financial abundance and increase, and we want to call in stillness, and we want to call in more faith, and we want to call in more optimism. We want to call in more guidance and more protection. And that is our prayer this morning. This morning, our prayer is for everyone. It's for all those who mentally, may have a lot on their mind, maybe thinking of 2 and 3 things at the same time that are stressful. We pray for those who have a lot on their hearts, who are caring for parents and children who may be ill or who may be going through a tough time financially, mentally, physically, relationship wise, right? We pray for those who their spirit knows that they are not safe, that they are not protected, that they are not guided where they are, whether it is where they live, where they work, where they go to school, or a place they must be in or move through in order to get to the next destination. Their spirit knows that it is not good for them there. We send them prayers. We pray for peace, and we pray for comfort, and we pray for protection, and we pray for guidance. And we pray for clarity of mind and clarity of hearts, and we pray for tranquility. We pray for serenity. We pray for rest. We pray for rest. We know that many of our people, many of our warriors out there fighting for a positive transformation in their own lives and the lives of their family and their communities, they do not rest. We pray that they are able to rest, not just their bodies, but their minds and their spirits. We pray that they are able to rest. We pray that they are able to sleep and get rest, because we know that there are many of us who sleep, but we wake up tired. We wake up not rested. We wake up not rejuvenated. We wake up not replenished. We wake up not revitalized. And that's what I pray for. I pray for revitalization. I pray for nourishment. I pray for you to wake up and for everyone to wake up and feel ready for the day, not to condemn the day because the day has done nothing to you. But that is because our minds, our hearts, and our spirits from the day before are still troubled. And so I pray for clarity and peace. And I pray for wisdom and deeper understanding. And I pray for the knowledge to transform, and the knowledge to be better, and the knowledge to be greater, and the will to fight for the better version of yourself. To fight against your old habits, to fight against your old patterns, to fight against the people, places, and things that want to keep you where you are and keep you down and not allow you to grow and not allow you to rise and to soar and to become your best self and to reach your fullest potential. I pray for elevation and ascension. I pray for separation. I pray that we all separate from that which does not serve us. I pray that we all rise, ascend, and elevate higher than anything that can bring us down. I pray that we all become strong enough so that anything that tries to stop us, we can move out of our way. First with our thoughts, then with our words. I pray for all the heavy hearts. I pray for all the weary minds. I pray for all the spirits that are unsafe. May you feel the divine's presence in your life. May you feel the divine wisdom that you have access to. I pray that all of us come into a space where we are fully loved and fully held and fully cared for and fully seen and fully appreciated and fully celebrated, not just tolerated, but truly, truly celebrated for the greatness that we bring. Although we may bring some strife, although we may bring some trouble, we bring greatness, we bring beauty, we bring love. I pray that each and every one of us is seen, heard, and known for who and what we truly are. Ashe, 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 yo. Jody, peace and love. Eddie Kruger, what's going on? And so, guys, today's sermon is why you must guard your 3 sacred treasures. I spoke about this on SR Daily earlier in the week. We did have a celebration this week. If you don't know, I'm going to now put you on. Wednesday, April 23rd was and has been for a while now and will always be Protect Your Heart Day. Protect Your Heart Day. I want to give a shout out once again to my brother Uncut the artist, world-renowned visual artist, spiritual artist. He is an incredible human being, and he created 423 Protect Your Heart Day as a day for us as humans, for us as people, to take time to be intentional about ourselves. We have birthdays, which are great, but birthdays is really about other people celebrating us. Clearly, we do things for ourselves, right? But in birthdays, we become in high demand. People calling us, people texting us, people want to know what we're doing, people seeing us. We don't really have time to think a lot of times on our birthdays, right? We have our children's birthdays, our parents' birthdays, if they're still here, spouses' birthdays, siblings' birthdays. We have Valentine's Day, we have Christmas, we have all of the days that people celebrate. People celebrate these days, which are beautiful days. Some of them have beautiful things, beautiful purposes and beautiful reasons why we acknowledge these days and why we celebrate these days. But there is no day for self-love. Valentine's Day can come close, but all of the themes around Valentine's Day is geared towards relationship love, right? Whether that's intimate with a partner, romantic love, or family, right? That's what the themes of Valentine's Day are geared towards. There is no day except this day, Protect Your Heart Day, where the focus and the intention is on you, for you, whether it's through art exhibitions, whether it's through meditation practices, communal meditation practices, whether it's through whatever it is, through watching films. It is all geared to help you get into you, to help you take time to explore, to examine your heart, right? And to protect your heart physically and emotionally, right? When you say protect your heart, people thinking just emotionally. And a lot of times, too often, people think protecting your heart means keeping people out. But that's not what it means. Protecting your heart doesn't mean building up a wall to keep people out. It just means building up the strength, the resilience, the courage, the wisdom, the understanding to not allow yourself to be duped, to not allow yourself to be taken advantage of, right? Protect your heart, but also protect your heart physically, right? Exercise, go for walks, go for runs, right? Do things to ensure that you are protecting your heart. And so when I spoke about this concept earlier in the week, right? When I mentioned this day, what it means to me and what Uncut created it to mean for the world, I realized that in protecting your heart, right? Your heart is your sacred treasure. But there are also other sacred treasures, right? You have two other sacred treasures that I like to call your three sacred treasures, which is your mind and your spirit. And I think we must guard them all. All right. Protect your heart is inspired by Proverbs 4:23, which says, guard your heart, right? Guard your heart with all you have, for from it flows the rivers of life, right? From your heart flows the rivers of life. Life flows through your heart. Literally, the blood that keeps you alive, the blood that keeps you going, flows from your heart. And so protect it. Protect it. It will do you a huge benefit to learn how to. Like, ask the question, how can I protect my heart? How do I protect my mind? How can I protect my spirit? These three together, we must protect. We must protect these three. Our hearts, our mind, and our spirit. Because when we don't protect either one, the other could be impacted. If we don't protect our thoughts, right, and we allow all random thoughts, the thoughts of self-doubt, the thoughts of imposter syndrome, when we allow all of these thoughts that we don't want to seep into our mind, they can alter our feelings. So your thoughts can impact your feelings. Your thoughts do impact your feelings. And when you're not protective of your thoughts, even if you think you're protecting your heart, it seeps in. It seeps in. If you protect your heart, or if you don't protect your heart, right? You protect your mind, but you don't protect your heart. You protect your thoughts. You're doing all of the work, all of the self-talk. You're rewiring your brain and all of these things, but you don't protect your heart. You allow yourself to get duped. Now your feelings start to talk to you. Now your feelings, and now your mind is at war, and now your feelings wins. Now your feelings alter your thoughts. And our spirit, we have to protect our spirit. Our spirit is that deep knowing. Our spirit is that deep knowing. Your spirit is impacted sometimes not even by what's said or what's felt. Your spirit is impacted by a space that you enter and the vibes are low. Your spirit is impacted. Your spirit is impacted when you hear something and you feel something and it seems like it's one thing, but your spirit is like, no, that don't seem right. Right? Your spirit, your gut, your real brain, your real mind, right? Your real mind, that which knows, that which is connected to all of the universe and all of the humanity, right? All of the life that exists in this plane, on this plane, in this sphere. Your spirit is connected to it. Your core, your gut, right? Just like your brain has antennas, right, that can connect to the cosmos. Your gut has antennas that connects to everything, right? Even when you just think about it, your gut, at one point you had an umbilical cord. At one point you were connected directly to your mother. At one point you were directly connected to your mother. But you were still connected to your mother, you see? You are still connected to your physical mother, although the umbilical cord was cut, and although you may be a grown man or a grown woman, you still have a physical connection to your mother. It's a little more intuitive, right? That's that spirit. Mamas know. Mamas know. Papa might not know. Papa might be in his mind. Papa might be in his heart. Papa might not know. But mama know when something's up with her baby. Something just don't feel right. That's what mama might say. Something just don't feel right. Papa might say, baby, what you talking about? Everything's okay. She's like, nah, I don't know. I feel something's a little off. Right? I feel that something's a little off. You guys are not connected anymore. She's not saying I think something's off. And she's not saying she feels from her heart place, right? She may be, but that intuition, she said, I feel something is off with my baby. I feel something happened to my baby. Listen, it was a story. All right, I spoke about it, I think last week when we spoke about Bless the Corners. Again, in this story has so much to unpack here, and it's giving me goosebumps. The story of Tashana Chicken Murphy's untimely and unfortunate transition. Listen, I mentioned how after a fight, the guys from another other neighborhood came later on in the evening and from Manhattanville and went to Grant Houses and saw some of the folks, including Tashana, who was involved in a little fight earlier. They chased her into the building. And that story just went completely left. She was shot and killed in her building. She was shot and killed on the 4th floor. Her parents, I believe, lived on the 12th floor, if I'm not mistaken. Her mother and sister heard the shot, and her mother knew. Her mother said, something happened to my baby. And they ran downstairs and they went through every floor looking like, where's my baby? Something happened. I know something happened to my baby. And they got to the 4th floor. And they witnessed the scene. Tashana Chicken Murphy's brains blown on the wall. Her body lay slumped in her building. Her mother knew. Her mother knew when she heard the shot. She knew something happened to her baby. She knew that something happened to her baby. And so mamas know, right? We know. Well, not we, I'm not a mama, right? But mamas know. And people, like, we can know. We can get deeper into our intuition. It is something that we can practice. Our spirit is always speaking to us. It is always telling us something. It is always guiding us. It is always alerting us to the energies that surround us. Always. You walk into a room and you feel great, right? You woke up, you showered, you got dressed, you put your smell goods on, you put your best shoes on, your fly jacket on, you walk into a room full of negative people, and you're going to feel it. The air going to be thick. You're going to be like, what is happening here? What is wrong in here? Who's mad? Who's sad? Who's upset? Holy cow, you might walk in and you might walk back out. You might not want to stay there. We've had that experience. And we've had the flip side experience. We've had the experience when you're not feeling so great. When you're feeling like crap. Where your thoughts, your feelings, your knowing is all low vibrational. But you walk into a space. You walk into a spiritual center, the mosque, a church, right? You walk into a yoga space. You walk into a park, right? You walk into nature. You don't feel so great. You feel low. But you walk into a space where the energy is high. And if you stay there, eventually your energy changes and your energy rises. Your vibration rises. You become happy. You were sad. You were down. It happens all the time. I see it. We do our groups. We do our groups on Wednesdays. Echoes, we do a number check-in. And there's sometimes the people checking on a number 4, 5, or 6. And how they speak, like, yeah, I'm a 4 or I'm a 5. I don't feel so great right now. I'm tired, or this is on my mind, or I had a long day and with these projects. But then sometimes what happens by the end, we do a meditation, we do whatever film work we're doing that day. And by the end, if we check in again, people have give higher numbers. Oh, I know I came in, I was on a 5, but now I'm on a solid 8. I'm ready for the rest of the day and the week, right? Like that happens. That happens. So your spirit knows, your heart feels, and your mind thinks. These are the 3 sacred treasures that you must protect. We must protect. Each of us must protect. Because I'm telling you, the people that you love, the opportunities that you seek, right? The dream that you are manifesting, the goals that you are working to accomplish, all of them are impacted by your thoughts, your feelings, and your knowing. You can impact your relationship. You can alter your relationship if you do not protect either one of your 3 sacred treasures. You have a great friendship. You grew up with this guy, with this girl. Y'all been through everything together. Y'all done got in trouble together. Y'all done celebrated together. Y'all done did some other things y'all may not supposed to be doing together. But you're bonded. It's a bond. It's a connection. It's love. It's love. It's friendship. It's relationship. It feels good. It feels good. You're the same age. You went to the same schools. You pretty much got the same education level. Right? But because we are each individuals, there's some different things happening, whether it's within the family, right, at home, right, deep personal life, or it's just within our inner workings. It's just something a little different. But we've had the same opportunities pretty much. We've been exposed to some of the same things pretty much. But one friend starts to elevate, starts to generate more income, right, starts to become a little more popular, right, starts to become a little more famous, starts to have better quality, a different quality of friends, or starts to dress better, starts to speak a little different. If you don't guard your heart, jealousy could seep in, envy could seep in, right? That could seep in. Hate could seep in. And now, once jealousy, envy, hate seep in, right? Now that relationship has the potential to be impacted negatively. Because now, right, this is the incredible connection, heart and mind, right? Because now you have those feelings. Now those feelings are going to send something to the brain. What do you think? And now this is where the mindset comes in. This is where protecting your mind comes in, because your mind, you have to be protected enough, have enough self-talk, right? Have enough eternal dialogue, right? A strong enough eternal dialogue where you can be like, nah, that's not accurate. No need to feel jealous. They're rising because they worked hard. Nah, they're not better. They're doing a great job. They've been dedicated. They've been focused. They've sacrificed time. They've studied. They've put more work in than I have, right? They've done these different things. So the mind is going to convince the heart that there's no need to be jealous. There's no need to have envy. There's no need for hate. There's no need for any of that. We're okay. This is our beloved. This is our brother. This is our sister. This is our friend. This is our family. It's all good. But when the mind is not protected, the heart already feels some jealousy, like, why they got it and I don't got it, right? And that's when the mind starts to talk, because you ain't worked it. They think they better than you. They think they better than you. You got to show them. And now that's when your mind and your heart get in cahoots to damage that friendship, to damage that relationship. Ultimately, impacting your own life. Your own life. Now you are putting energy in a space that is not helping you grow, that is not helping you accomplish your goals, that is not moving you closer to your destiny, that's not helping you become stronger mentally, physically, that's not helping you become healthier, right? That's not doing anything beneficial for you. Now you are spending your time and your energy in the war with self, really, right? But aimed at somebody else who got nothing to do with it. They got nothing. The only thing they doing is the best that they can, showing up for themselves. They're showing up for themselves. But your heart, your mind, is tricking you. So you must protect it. You must protect it. You must read better books. Read books. Read some books. Some people don't read any books. Some people, the only reading that they do is on social media, is when they're freaking traveling, they read the travel signs, or they're taking a bus or the train, or they're in the car, they read the signs, right? They read menus, right? They read text messages. They don't read books. They don't read books. And a lot of what they read, if it's not related to food or travel, it's self-destructive, right? Or gossip, right? Or just empty chatter, right? They may read empty stuff, right? These empty blogs, gossip blogs. Don't read. So you gotta read some books. Read some books that strengthen your mind, right? Read some books that sharpen your mind. Read some books that open your mind. Read some books that speak to your heart. Read some books that talk about relationship dynamics, that talk about these things. Read. Of course, my thing, practice meditation. Practice meditation. Sit with yourself. Go to the park, sit under a tree, and breathe. Very simple, right? Very simple, because when you do that, what's going to happen is that all of the thoughts, all of the conversation, and negative self-talk, it's all going to come. But you're going to sit, you're going to be able to breathe, and you're going to be able to explore and examine, what is this? Why do I have these feelings? Why do I have these thoughts? Where do they come from? Right? Why do they exist? What is their purpose for being here? Are they trying to move me? Are these feelings and these thoughts moving me closer to who I want to be and how I want to be? Or are they keeping me where I'm at, where I've always been? Or are they bringing me back to a place I don't want to go to anymore? Are my heart and my thoughts, my feelings and my thoughts, my heart and my mind, are they bringing me back to a place I don't want to go anymore? It's very possible. Very possible. I was once a pretty violent person, got into a lot of fights, right? A lot of violent actions, activities, a lot of violent engagement, right? Perpetrated against me and that I perpetrated against others. But I became a different person, right? I changed my heart, I changed my mind. I wanted to become different. I didn't want to be how I've always been. I didn't want to keep getting hurt. I didn't want to hurt people. I didn't want to lose my freedom or my life, right? Simple as that, right? So let me work on myself. Let me become a different person. But what happens as you become a different person? Life is not just a freaking golden road without obstacles. No, it's a golden road, yes, but there are obstacles. There's oil spills, right? You got flat tires, right? You got things falling from the sky, right? And something fell out the sky, right? And threatened my sanity, threatened the new space that I was in. What did I have to do? First, I had to fully feel what I was feeling. I had to cry, right? I cried. I sat in my living room and I cried like a baby. I cried and I went through all of the emotions. I was very angry, right? I was very angry. And the thought came, you should do this. Strong enough to overpower that. Like, no, we're not doing that. That's what I used to do. That's what I would have done 20 years ago, right? You should feel this because this means that. It may seem like it, but I don't think so. If I can't like guarantee, like I don't know for sure that this means that, right? Then I'm not going to assume. I'm gonna say this is what happened, this is what was said, this is the experience, this is how I feel, but this doesn't necessarily mean that. I can't prove that. So I'm not going to create the illusion in my head. I'm not going to create a story in my head, right? That's going to then fuel the anger, the rage, the low vibration, the negative stuff in my heart, right? And drown out what I know to be true. No, I'm going to sit with it all. All right, what do I know to be true? I know that this was said. These are the facts. But I can't prove that that's what it means, right? So what did I do? I had to, the self-talk, right? The self-talk, I had to reprogram, right? In that moment, I had to go through what I've been practicing, right? In that moment to protect my mind and my heart. Like, no, you are not coming in. These thoughts that I don't want, these violent thoughts, these thoughts of inadequacy, these thoughts and these feelings of, no, I'm not letting you in, right? So I cried and I meditated, and out of that was born a mantra. Out of that crying, out of that meditation, out of that attempt, right, to sabotage where I was. See, your thoughts, all thoughts ain't your thoughts. Not who you are currently. They could be thoughts from your past self. They could be thoughts from somebody else, right? We are able to send thoughts. We're able to send frequency. We send a vibration, right? Telepathy is real. We communicate on a cellular level. 100% we do, right? I have to block Protect. Like literally, like how people do this and close. You got to do that sometimes. You got to shut it out. Shut out the noise. Shut out the noise from the music that you listen to, the movies that you see. Right? Like we all, like somebody said something to me. I know it was straight up a movie. I know that this person who said this thing to me, they watched movies and they said, I can't wait to say this to a person. The opportunity came and they said it to me. And I was like, that's out of a movie. That's not that person's real thought. There's no way possible that thought could come in that situation that fast. No, it's somebody else. That person didn't sit and evaluate, right? But that happens. It happens. And sometimes it happens in such a way that costs our freedom or our life. That costs a relationship that we really care about, right? Marriages are broken because things are said in the heat of the moment, right? Or actions are taken when a person is feeling something and they don't really mean it, right? Like marriages are broken, right? We are human. There are things that you say that I don't care how much you apologize, I'm never going to get over. You can apologize to the cows come home, as they say, but I'm never going to get over. I might never forgive you for. There are things that you do. No matter how much you change, I can't forget. Right? And vice versa. Things that I do that no matter how much I change, you probably can't forget. Like, nah, this person did that. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they show to the world. That's who they are internally. And they may be completely wrong. But that's their story. That's their perception. It's their perception. So this is why it's extremely important to literally guard your heart. Guard your heart. Not with the wall that keeps people out. Not like that. Too often people talk about guarding their heart and like, oh, I need to keep everybody out because I might get hurt. No. Not like that. Guard your heart, meaning build up the reservoir of protections, right? So that you can remove the wall and live fully, have full experiences without your heart being hurt, knowing that, okay, something may happen that I may not like. Right? This person may say something, the relationship, it may not work out the way I want it to, and that's okay. Right? Like, that's okay. Guard that. Like, that's okay. Like, have the experience, right? Have the experience without it meaning, right? Or without allowing it to mean that if it doesn't work out, that it means that you are not worthy, or means that you are not capable, or have the thoughts that, oh, you don't deserve this, right? No, that's not what that means, right? Like, nothing, no relationship. If, I said years ago, talking about relationships, if the stars in the sky, if none of them, no two stars in the sky are meant to stay together longer than they are intended, you can look in the sky tonight and you can look in the sky tomorrow night and it could be a little different alignment. If that happens, right, as above, so below, what makes us think that we're any different? What makes us think that we can stay with the person in the person's life to whatever degree we are in their life or they're in our life longer than the intended purpose? First of all, we don't even understand that every person we connect with is for a reason. We think this person is just in our life just because. No, it's a reason. Because we don't know this, right? We don't go explore the reasons. It's hard to explore the reasons. That's honest, like, because you don't know, right? A lot of times, I'll be the first to admit, I had some women friends come into my life, or women come into my life. They should have been friends, but I didn't examine. I just thought, oh, they like me, oh, they're attractive, oh, it must mean we got to be intimate together. Those relationships ended, right? Those friendships are no longer. Friendships that I valued the friendship more than I valued the intimacy. But because I didn't know that every person who comes into, every beautiful woman who comes into my path, right, is not meant for me to sleep with, right? So then I destroyed some relationships. It happens. I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? But again, that goes with guarding your heart, protecting everything. Yeah, it said, guard your heart with all that you have, for from it flows the rivers of life. All of it. The thoughts, it's connected, right? It's connected. This connection between heart and mind is deep. It's deep, and the deeper connection is here. Your gut, your spirit. What does your spirit say? Mona and I, we were hiking, right? We were hiking, man. It was a long hike, the longest hike ever, right? The longest hike ever. 7 hours later, right? Like SpongeBob, 7 hours later. 7 hours later, The sun is going down. We walking into another part of the woods, right? This freaking huge park that we didn't even know was this much park, right? We done crossed 4 roads, climbed the mountain 4 different times. We done went on bridges that was people's private property, right? It was a terrible thing. It was beautiful, but terrible, right? But the sun is starting to go down. We going into another part of the woods. I'm looking, I'm like, if we got to go that way, that might be another 2 hours walking just to get up that hill, and that might not even be the exit, right? We don't even know where the exit is at. So we're a little, right? We're a little frantic, right? She's getting cold. My body's cramping up. I was fasting, right? What does your spirit say, Mona? What does your spirit say? What I love about she was honest, right? Like, because people can lie, well, about go this way. No, literally, please. What does your spirit say? Do you think we can go through and be okay and make it, right? Before the sun goes down, we got about another 2 hours, right? She was honest. I don't know. I don't know. What does your spirit say? My spirit say, come out this freaking woods. Let's go out the woods and walk on the road, because worst case scenario is better to walk. I learned this young. It's better to, when you're in the woods and you hiking, it's best, and the sun is going down, it's best to find a road, whatever road, than to stay in that woods. Because number one, staying in the woods, you got no light, you can't see, you trip over something. That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is a freaking animal comes and now you fighting with a freaking grizzly bear, or you fighting with a freaking mountain lion and now you dead. And the last place they saw you, or the last place they heard you went to some park. If they even heard, right? But spirit knows, right? Spirit knows. And sometimes, again, spirit could be a little confused, right? Because, again, heart and mind, right? Your mind wants to continue, right? That's her mind. She's like, no, we got to finish. We got to finish. We got to complete. I'm like, oh, I hear you, girl. You're determined, right? But, like, ooh, we both feel, right? We don't feel so great right now. Right? So we gotta listen to our spirit, right? Not what our mind wants to do, not even what we feel, right? What do we know? What we know is that the sun is going down. What we know is that we're not in the best shape right now. 7 hours we've been walking pretty much nonstop, right? Like, we just came in here. It's best to go back out that way. Let's not walk in any further, because then it's gonna be longer to get back out. And that's exactly what we did. We agreed, we agreed. Okay, go back out. Spirit knows. And we end up walking the wrong way, right? Got some advice, go back the other way. And ultimately, all was well. We were safe. We got to where we were going safely, right? But your spirit, no, your spirit is a signal, right? Your intuition is, you come from the universe. You are one with the universe. You are one with the divine. You can never be separate from that, which is eternal, from that which created you, from that which created this whole existence, this whole sphere, and everything we know to be true and real, right? Your spirit is connected to that energy. Your spirit is connected to that energy. So all you gotta do is get into your spirit. How do you get into your spirit? Fasting, abstain. Whether it's from food, from alcohol, from drugs, from sex, from TV, from social media, right? Abstain from people, right? Like, be able to block people out, even the ones that you love sometimes, not because you don't love them, not because they're doing anything wrong, but because you may not be 100% set. So you got to get deeper into yourself. It's hard to get deeper into yourself when you got other voices, right? And it doesn't mean like you got to be by yourself for 6 months. No, it may be for a couple of hours. Give me an hour. Let me go sit in the park and see what I feel, see what I know, see what direction I should take, right? What direction should we take, right? Where are we going? What are we doing? What's the plan? What's the vibe? What's the moves, right? Fast. Get into nature, right? Pray. A lot of us are conditioned and we're taught to pray. Great, all right? Prayer is great. Prayer works. Prayer changes things. But it's not, I would say, it's not the specific prayer that changes things. It's the prayer coupled with the meditation. Prayer is asking. Prayer is speaking. Prayer is talking. Talk. You have a voice. You have a mind. Talk. Ask for what you want. But meditation is listening. Meditation is listening to the direction that you were supposed to go in order to get that which you prayed for. In order to manifest that which you pray for, in order to manifest and create and cultivate the life you dream of, you have to meditate. So you meditate on it, right? You've heard that. Yeah, let me meditate on it. Let me think on it, right? Let me breathe on it, right? Let me sit with it for a moment, right? That's what the elders used to say. Let me sit with that. right? Like, hell, I'm about to give you something, take that, sit on it. You thinking they're giving you something physical and tangible for you to physically sit on. No, they're giving you some wisdom. They're giving you a jewel. They're sharing something with you. They're saying something to you. Sit with that. It may not make sense right now. I know that, but sit with that. Sit with that. And when you sit with it, you breathe on it, you meditate on it, right? Especially if you do it while fasting, while not eating, right? Beautiful things start to happen. Powerful things start to happen, right? Listen, these treasures, these 3 treasures, your heart, your mind, and your spirit, it's all you need, right? Like, it's all you have. It's all you are. You are your treasures. You are your treasures. But unfortunately, because we haven't been taught how to protect our treasures become contaminated. Our treasure chest becomes discombobulated. There's things everywhere. This is over here. You ever open a chest? You open a drawer, you open something, and you look for a thing, and you remember one point it was all beautifully put together. You open the chest, and it was like the movies. See the gold light coming, right? And everything is together. All your rubies and your crystals and your stones and your metals and your gems, they're all perfectly aligned and lined up, and they fit perfectly. That's a perfect world. And sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it does be like that. But a lot of times, when you ain't been doing the work, you open that treasure chest and, man, listen, things are everywhere. You got stuff that don't even belong to you. You got a rusty wrench in your treasure. Why you got a rusty wrench? What you gonna do with that rusty wrench? Oh, you could just collect it because somebody left it there and you ain't want. Throw that wrench away. It's not beneficial to you, right? That rusty wrench could be your old feelings for an ex, right? Could be an old grudge that you're holding against your parents from 40 years ago, right? It's not serving you right now. What is it doing to you, right? What is it doing for you right now? It's not doing anything, actually, but causing rust. And one rusty wrench next to a screwdriver, pair of pliers that may have been new. Eventually, the rust starts to wear off. The rust starts to rub off. Just like the apple, right? We all heard the analogy: one bad apple spoil you the bunch. And so we think that we could be good apples and hang around bad apples. And not that the apples are inherently bad, no. Not that our people who we love, our family, our friends, the people in our community, they're inherently bad. Not at all, but they've been contaminated. They haven't been taught to protect their heart. They haven't been taught to protect their mind. They haven't been taught to protect their spirit. And so you're hanging around them, and they're speaking this gossip, right? You're hanging around them, and they got this low self-view. You're hanging around them, and they talk negatively. They doubt themselves. They doubt their dreams. Every dream they share, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I would never be able to do that. Eventually, it starts to seep. And all that faith that you had, all that courage that you had, all that work that you did to build yourself up mentally, spiritually, and emotionally to become the type of person who accomplishes their dreams, to become the type of person who lives the life that they desire on their terms, the type of person who can take and overcome any obstacle, you start to become weak. You start to also have self-doubt. You start to also not see yourself as worthy. You start to also have imposter syndrome. Do I really belong here? Is this really for me? Can I really do this? I don't know if I could do that. I could do, yeah, I'm comfortable right here. I just want to be comfortable. Be comfortable. Go lay in the bed. Get 10 pillows and 2 blankets. You could be freaking comfortable. All right. You are here to thrive. You are meant to have life and to have it more abundantly, and anything that you think you can have. That's what you are meant to do. You are meant to create and to bring forth from your mind, right, and from your spirit into existence that which is beautiful, that which you call paradise or heaven on earth. That's what you're here for. That's what you're meant for. That's what you're capable of. But when you do not protect your sacred treasure, I cannot say this enough, when you do not protect your sacred treasures, your mind, your heart, and your spirit, things will seep in that will be a detriment, not only to your life, but to the lives of the people you love most, and the lives of the people who are closest to you. Because when you feel jealousy, even though you smile in a person's face, they can feel it. They can feel it. You can smile in a person's face. Oh, I'm so proud of you. But they can feel it. You can smile in a person's face and not even recognize that you didn't even say that you was proud of them, that you just freaking compared their success to your lack of. Like, well, what's that? Like, I just told you this big thing and you ain't even congratulate me. First thing you said, well, you wish it could happen for you. It's not about you. I share something beautiful for me. You're supposed to love me, right? Like, congratulate me first at least before you say, wow, how could that happen for me? And ask the question, I wish that could happen for me. Or you tell somebody something, I did this, I did that, I bought this house. Now I've been working really hard. And they say, oh, it must be nice. You're so lucky. Luck. You know how hard I work? Do you know how much I sacrificed? Do you know how much freaking crap I took from the people around me? If you work in a job and you had to work that job, you had to save and sacrifice. You took crap from your boss. You took crap from your co-workers. You took crap. You took crap. You had to. All of us have to take crap at some point, to some capacity, to get where we want to go, right? You got dreams, you got goals, you want to elevate. There's going to be some crap you're going to have to take, right? Even of your own crap, right? Like crap from customers, right? You got to take some crap to get there. Somebody say, you're so lucky. It must be nice. Listen, be very discerning. Be very discerning. Again, people smile in your face. They smile in your face. They laugh at you. They do all of the things. But as we say in the hood, energy don't lie. The vibe is off. All right? The vibe is off. Something just don't feel right. Something just don't feel right. All right? So regardless of what a person says, regardless of how much they smile in your face, you know. You know. But the only way to truly know, right? To truly know is to be clear. To be clear in mind, right? To be clear in heart, to be clear in spirit. And you can get clear. You can get clear. We're going to work on getting clear right here today. So listen, guys, that is our sermon. Thank you. That's our message for today. Please do guard your heart, guard your spirit, guard your mind with all that you have. Those are your 3 sacred treasures. Keep them clean. Keep them pure. Right? Take a breath. Take a breath. Shake your arms out. Okay. Roll your neck a little bit. Shake your arms out. Shake your legs out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Whew. Deep breaths. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out. Take one more deep breath in through your nose. Breathe in slowly. Hold momentarily. And then breathe out slowly. If you are sitting, please allow your feet to be planted firmly beneath you. If you're laying, just find a comfortable position in your bed, on your side, or on your back, or whatever is most comfortable for you. You can allow your hands to fall by your side or rest in your lap. If you're sitting or laying, please allow your head to lean forward so that your neck is in your chest. And allow your eyes to close ever so softly. And just become aware of your breath. Do not try to control it. Do not try to manipulate it. Simply become aware of it. And as your breathing begins to settle at a steady pace, please turn your attention to your mind and become aware of all of the mind chatter that happens up there. Become aware of your hopes your dreams and your fears of tomorrow. Become aware of all of the memories and the regrets of yesterday. Become aware of all of the joys, the pains of today. Become aware of the sound of my voice. If there are any sounds outside of your window, become aware of the sounds, whether it is the sound of birds chirping or cars going by, if it is the sound of sirens, if it is the sound of voices in your home. Please become aware of them. Become aware of any sensation you may feel in any part of your body, your feet, your hands, and your neck. Simply become aware of everything. And as your thoughts come, as your thoughts arise, you can observe them. You can watch them like a movie or your favorite show. You can smile with them. You can cry with them. You can laugh with them. But do not hold them. Allow your thoughts to be free as a butterfly. Allow them to come and allow them to go. And as your mind begins to slow down and become still, and as your breathing is settled at a steady pace, I want you to create an image in your mind of a beach. Your favorite beach. See the sand, see the footprints in the sand. What color is the sand on your favorite beach? See the water in the distance. Make the waters clear in your mind. There are no boats. There's just water, sand, and sky. What do you feel when you are laying on this beach? What are your thoughts when you're laying on this beach? As you walk in the sands of your favorite beach, what do you feel? What do you desire? And as you walk along the shores of the waters, that what you desire, bring it into existence. Are you single and desiring a partnership? Call forth your ideal partner. What qualities do they have? What attributes do they possess? See it clearly. See them clearly. If you are currently looking to create more opportunities, to generate more income, see the opportunity pop up. Are you a great speaker? Are you a great writer? Are you a great tutor? Are you a great listener? Let the opportunity be an extension of your greatest skill set. See the opportunity clearly. See you fulfilling that opportunity. See you executing on that opportunity. as you continue to walk on the sands, along the shores of the water, who do you want to be? Who are you becoming by your daily actions and habits? Who will you be in 6 months? Who will you be in 2 years? See this direct connection as clear as possible between your daily habits and who you will ultimately be. See it clearly. And if in 6 months, if in 2 years, if in 5 years, the person who you see is not who you want to become, then come back to this moment and recommit. Recommit to doing the work. Recommit to doing the work to protect your 3 sacred treasures. Remove things that are unnecessary from your treasure chest. See that clearly. Remove self-doubt. Remove comparison. Remove imposter syndrome. Remove any thoughts of lack. Replace them with confidence. Replace them with conviction. Replace them with faith. Replace them with knowing. Replace them with deeper connection with self and others. Remove all of the unwanted, rusty items from your treasure chest. All 3 of your treasure chests. And replace them with fresh items, with fresh tools, with fresh qualities, with fresh attributes. Punctuality, accountability, responsibility, courage, bravery, persistence, resilience, optimism, creativity, vulnerability, and transparency. You see yourself becoming the person that you desire to be in 6 months, in 2 years, in 5 years or beyond. Know that the work that you do today, that which you remove and that which you call in, will ultimately lead you to who you want to be in the future. Know that you are loved. Know that you are cherished. Know that you are sacred and you are adored. You are more powerful than you think. You are stronger than you know. And you are greater than you could ever imagine. I love you. I love you. I love you. Ashe. When you are ready, if your eyes are closed, slowly begin to open your eyes. If you're able, you can wiggle your toes, move your fingers, give yourself a neck roll. Thank you all for joining me. Ashe, 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 yo. May this day bring you joy, happiness. May you bring to this day peace, faith, optimism, fun, love, creativity, purpose, passion, and all of that good stuff. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Please be sure to join us tomorrow, 9 a.m., Monday through Friday for SR Daily. And we'll be back here next Sunday for another episode of Sunday Light. Thank you. Peace.